Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this. Risco no Osaka coming at you with some more control. We are not, we're not in control, but us, Kronos, hey, how you doing? I hope that life is treating you very, very kindly. I hope that everything is wonderful and your eye meets are very sweet. I don't, that's not how that works, but you know, I hope it. I hope it. Hoping tonight's episode will see us with less late game nausea, because that was a little bit, it was a little bit last night. I didn't like that, to be honest, very much. Why? Tabs? Uh, tabs? Whatever these are, I need them. Why do you always... And it says they're tags. They're not tabs. They're tags. iMeets are the same as always, which could mean either way. But I hope that the same as always means that they're not any worse than they were previously. This whole thing has been going in. Use R1 to launch it. Carry a light source to the dark areas. That's kind of cool, actually. I know this has been kind of like an ongoing saga, so I'm very much fingers crossed. Now, we did have, at the end of the last episode, because I felt like I couldn't really read anymore without feeling kind of sick, we didn't really do a search through this area, so we're going to do a really quick search now. See if there's any new notes or toys that we can take a look at. We are in Black Rock Processing, I believe. Unless I have completely forgotten, which is honestly quite possible. What it was that we were supposed to be up to. Apparently we gave them the permission to regulate the name of the cell, which I don't think that I did that at any time. I'm pretty sure I didn't give them any permissions to regulate any names of any cells. Alright, we are free of new reading material, which honestly, you know, thank you. We gotta find our security guy. He was yelling at us, so... Wait, but actually, no, really, where is he? I would like to know where our security guy is. Central maintenance, that's where we came from. Hi, though. Oh, Des! How you doing? I hope life is treating you very, very well. I'm trying to figure out how to get to Arish here, because he yelled at us to come see him, but then he's not here. Something funny happened to me last night in the game. Ooh. Funny strange or funny haha? Because those could be very different things. Yeah. Oh, is there a barricade? I did not notice this. Wait, but these are not grabbable bits. Why do you do that? Why do you hurt me like that? The rubber ducky quacked at you. The rubber ducky quacked at me too, and I thought that I was hearing things. I was in some room with pipes, and there was a quack, and it was a distinct quack. And I was like, did I hear that quack? Was there, because we talked about the ducky, what did I just imagine the quack? It felt, very possible that I had done that thing. Right? I felt very similar. I was like, where's this duck? Ooh.
During an AWE investigation, our agents discovered a light switch cord in a Butte bungalow closet. They pulled the cord and were instantly transported to the Ocean View Motel and Casino.
There's a hole in the room, can't reach it. Yet.
Dreamlike haze. Inside, they found a door marked with...
Dr. Darling, you are such a geek.
Just like that.
And I love it.
Oldest house, some 2,000 miles from Montana. Now we're finding the cord in increasing numbers throughout the Bureau. Somehow the two places, they became in tune to each other. The actual physical location of the Ocean View is a mystery. Stepping beyond its walls has so far proven impossible. A place of power, like the oldest house.
I have a feeling that I don't know, there might be something wonky with Dr. Darling, and we may have to fight Dr. Darling at some point. But at the same time, I kind of sort of love him. He's like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but for weird science, not for science. Chrono says,
So
hold on a second.
We'll push through this. The hiss are the ones doing the pushing, Doc.
In the process of the last drawing, I sort of made a bet with someone and I lost. So now I'm more or less obligated to draw a character from Princess Tutu. Alright. But I mean, that could be cool. I mean, I think there's the possibility of coolness in that.
Medic, what's the damage?
They've each taken a few hits. We need to get them to a surgical station ASAP, but...
There was supposed to be a now and after that, but
Thanks
it
for
just,
bringing down
I
that-
lost it.
Whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death.
The hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. But Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's great is such.
Survived anyway. But we are just treading water here, and the hiss keep coming.
That is such a good line delivery.
Apparently, he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me.
I
They don't know me.
there's something
They don't
weird.
know how I failed people.
There's something weirdly
You've done a good
Midwestern
job here,
about
Arish, but
Arish.
you should take your people and get to the base and executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
I imagine we'll put many bullets in that thing, but it might be for you, but it might be for me too. Chrono says, I'm not against that, but I haven't seen the show. The show's apparently a classic, which is good, but 38 episodes is still a handful. That does sound like a lot to watch. I've heard
What's the damage?
really good things about Princess Tutu, but I haven't actually watched it myself.
We are moving out.
Please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition.
Kevin Horowitz, Rupert Well. Our mission was to map quarry grid coordinates G29. Secondary objective, as always, was to find the route from the threshold entrance and maintenance to the formation. Secondary
Jump,
objective
jump.
was not a success. Water supply.
Remember the deal.
And did you encounter any previously unrecorded event or entity while inside the threshold?
No, nothing. Do you think we should tell him about the mermaid?
Excuse me?
Yeah, the mermaid. Horowitz here found this mermaid in the quarry, just sitting on some black rock. She was singing this beautiful song, and he was overcome with desire. She was so alluring.
I'd say she was more enchanting than alluring.
Fine, enchanting.
Did you tell your CO about this?
No. Because it didn't happen.
Nothing happened. As usual,
Oh,
the quarry is full of rocks. That's it.
I like the mermaid story.
Fuck you guys. Get out of here.
I think the mermaid story was pretty cool. Des says, did you pass that timed thing? I have not, Des. I may... That might be a thing that I do off stream. I'm not like really good with time puzzles unless I can focus on them. And I don't want to spend like a half an hour to do a 5-second time puzzle. At least if it's not really required. Is the, I'm assuming because of the question that, well, I mean, Kronos, that means that the show is actually an adult from the look of the law. I thought Princess Tutu was older, honestly. Like, for some reason in my mind, it was an 80s show, so that clearly shows you that I have no concept of when things happen. Also, Des, that's a hilarious autocorrect. And Ludo! I figured, Des, like, I didn't really think that you would need sex suddenly. Ludo, it is wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing very well. You said I watched a period piece from 2008 yesterday, so yeah, 2002 is old now. It's a while back. Gunbuster is an 80s show. Alright. I've actually never watched
I wasn't kidding about that monster.
Gunbuster, but wow, there's just like lots of random dead people. So we're playing Doom again, basically. What do we got? Still killing his folks. Cool, cool. Research and records. Atlas theory. The Atlas is a physical Take two. The Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose and function are currently unknown. The specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas seem to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual walls, floors, or shifts. The Atlas changes form, but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during the change, but Take three, and it only ever occurs between frames when monitored by surveillance cameras. A previous theory was this change corresponds to house shifts, and the Atlas is redacted. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same redacted material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observation will hopefully aid in discovering its purpose. Okay. That was from last night. That one. Case file, Swan Boat. No unique procedures required. An item is made of fiberglass, painted to resemble a swan. Foot pedals allow the item to propel forward in water. Also very Midwest. The item emits a pulse of physical force at an estimated force of redacted. Possible connections to OOP5. Measuring the exact force created by the item has been hindered by concerns from human resources. Okay. The item was seized from an activity rental service called Redacted, located on Lake Redacted on Vancouver Island, Canada. Okay, so not Midwest. after it ejected numerous riders over the course of a summer, bringing the boat to the attention of the media. The item was transported to the Bureau by helicopter. A containment specialist accompanied it, sent to recite formulas C.9 through 32 recursively. What occurred in the helicopter is not known, but all agents were lost in the crash. The item was recovered and then transported by train. It arrived at the Bureau without further incident. Just got lots of flotational devices, basically. I want all the avian-shaped flotational devices. That would be cool. No, not gonna let me in there. This is where we came from, right? Right?
You showed me the HRA when I first got here.
Okay.
And the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism?
I'm imagining yes. Yes, you will be helped in finding a prism. I guess I should specify it was a period piece set in 2008 from 2017. Most period pieces are made after the periods that they are set in, if that makes sense. Kronos says, I love me Gunbuster. The ending is probably one of my favorites. What the fuck? Hi. But actually, though, where are you? Because I would like to kill you now. That was like Ridley. Like, we got attacked by Ridley. And holy shit, Ridley is buff? Ridley just busted our ass? No, well, hi. Hi. Yeah, oopsie. Oopsie. I would... Well then, that was not... I didn't expect that. I finally found... This is kind of a side note, not, like, super important, but I finally found that I did get my, like, Twitch 2020 review email. It was shoved... Oh, were we all the way the fuck back here? Oh, come on, I already talked to you, asshole. It turns out, because I have to watch the stream on Twitch so that I can actually follow the chat, because I don't have, like, I don't have obs or slobs working, that the stream that I watched the most was my own stream, and that was really embarrassing. I felt very... I don't know how I felt about that, but, like, that was kind of like, you know, I felt kind of like I was a narcissist. Even though I know that's, I mean, not really the case in this case. It's just how I have to work with the tools that I have available to me. But it was like, yeah, you've got a couple thousand hours more watching your own stream than you do participating with anybody else's stream. And it's like, don't like that. Don't like how that feels. If anyone's curious about Gunbusters, it's only 6 episodes, so I'd recommend it to pretty much anyone. Oh. I wonder if it's on J-Side Netflix. And I also wonder if I still have access to J-Side Netflix, because, you know, there might be issues of non-payment in the future. Oh, I didn't see you. There's also a sequel called Die Buster, though the style's wildly different, and it's a Tsutamaki piece. Oh. I haven't watched Fooly Cooly in ages, like in absolute ages. Probably since I first came to Japan. I know I watched it in Japan. I'm sure about that. Oh my gosh, Ludo! Woohoo! I mean, I don't, like... It's not what I'm shooting for, but, like, it does make me really happy that folks feel they have a place here, and they want to spend that time with me. So, like, that's a really cool thing to hear. Divebuster's pretty much fully coolly in space, maybe literally. Ludo, thank you. Thank you, honestly. Thank everybody, but it's kind of cool to hear that, you know? Sometimes numbers work. So, Kronos, like, if I'm understanding correctly, so Diebuster is story of a young man's coming of age when he is aroused by being hit in the head with a guitar, and also there's an authority figure that has giant, like, seaweed eyebrows, but it's all in space. Am I tracking this right? If I'm not tracking this right, like, that's super cool, it's no problem. Correspondence. Have you noticed the recent tension between Trench and Darling? They've both been acting oddly lately. Trench concerns me the most. His sudden hostility towards Darling's project is very unlike him. He was the one to approve all his Hedron research in the first place, but after Darling unveiled those HRAs, he was livid. I personally don't see any reason not to equip Bureau staff with an additional protective device, especially not if it's as strong as Darling says. What do you make of this? Have you seen anything from either of them that strikes you as odd? Let's talk in person soon before the next Bureau heads meeting. Alright, I mean, it's just a guess, Kronos, but like, those are the strongest points that I remember from Fooly Cooly. I feel like there was other stuff going on, and some of that stuff might have been problematic, but I don't have enough grasp on the show anymore to really remember. Gynex did say they were planning a Gunbuster 3, but they said that like 3 or 4 years ago, and Gynex
wasn't kidding about that monster.
Isn't exactly the powerhouse they were decades ago. Yeah, I mean, Gynex is certainly still about, but yeah, they're not what they were. Luda says it makes sense because Tsurumaki is like Anno's pupil. Just weird that he apparently remakes everything Anno's touched, since he also has directing the Ava rebuild movies. Alright, so it's a little bit incestuous, is what we're saying.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism?
Alright, and we know the prisms over there are broken, so let's do a quick search of the room to see what we have on hand. We've got a lot of rocks. Not helpful. I mean, the rocks might be helpful. We could throw them at the Ridley beast.
Shit. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Alright, now, we know the Ridley beast does, like, a ton of damage up close. So, we're gonna wanna... Oh, shit. Oh, my Lanta? Did anybody see the amount of damage that we took right there? Because we took basically 4/5 of our health bar in one hit. Oh my, what? What do you want? You absolute beast. You total beast. You unit. Ridley is a unit. Ridley's got it going on, and I wish that they did not have it going on, because Wow. All right. So we... Okay, so we're fighting a monster that can basically kill us in 2 hits. I'm unsure of the range of that attack, but it seems relatively substantial. And we can't see it because it does the cloaking thing until it unveils itself and then hits us for about like 1,000,000,000 points of health. So, this is a little bit of a poser. I have not done a single Bureau mission yet, Des. Wait, excuse the fuck out of me? Why are you here? Why are you here? You're not... I mean, not to anybody in chat. I mean, to these bad guys. There were not bad guys here before. We tried one Bureau mission in the Chaos run that we had last week, and it went poorly. It went poorly. I didn't know what I was doing, and I failed. And then I decided to just not ever do them again. Alright, so running away from bad guys is always a good idea.
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster. You
Okay.
showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them.
What do
Can
we
you help me find a prism?
want to do? What if...
Shit! What the fuck?
Like, what if instead we just focus on throwing shit? Hi, Mist Beast. Ridley, son? Could you show up? Just so that we could do a thing. Look, I'm just looking to do a thing. The thing is to throw something at you. Just to check, you know. Okay, so we can hit it when it's cloaked. That is important news. That's going to be very important news. And the cloaking is not great. So, like, it cloaks, but there at least is a visible effect to the cloak. Nice! Fuck you, motherfucker! How you like them apples? Wait, are you dead? Did we kill you? I thought we killed you, but clearly not. You're still floating around. Oh shit! Damn it! Oh, we might die again. If it gets the jump on us, we'll probably die again. Oh, crumbs. Woo!
Let's hurry up and find Darwin's lab.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Jesse. I caught a rocket and fired it back last night. Nice! Nice! Des says, same here, I managed one. The next one died, so now I ignore them unless I happen to be on the area and up for it. Yeah, that was like, I think I might have been more interested in doing them if the first time hadn't been, like, all the way the fudge across the map. And we had to run all the way there. And then we failed the mission. And then we had to run all the way back. I was like, yeah, okay, this is cool, but not. I caught a rocket and fired it back last night. That sounds like it would be very fulfilling. Oh.
There are areas in the oldest house
Multimedia?
under the right conditions, when the frequencies match, other dimensions leak in. thresholds. The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where black rock comes from.
You heard that too, right?
Dimensional matter.
Black rock comes from a threshold
Blocking out
quarry.
a lot of frequencies. A
So
good thing.
the prisms must be there too.
Contained. Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research.
Oh, that
involves
reminds
many
me.
dangerous things
Speaking
we
of lead,
absolutely need to keep in check. That's
I
what the Black Rock line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code of the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. Black Rock 665. Neighbor of the Beast.
darling,
We can do that again.
I love Darling. Like, I do. Even if he turns out to be a bad guy, he's such a goof. Well, what I was gonna say, this is like not connected to the game or anything at all, but just the mention of the word lead reminded me. So apparently, the word livid means lead colored. I had always thought, because usually when you see the word livid, it's in the context of anger. And I had always thought that livid meant like bright red. But I was reading something somewhere, I don't remember. Livid actually means kind of like a pale gray. And I think in this case is coming from Spanish, but I would need to check that again. So, like, so angry that all of the color has drained from their face is livid. So that was my neat thing that I learned today. That was my one of the 10,000 today.
This should get us into the quarry.
Oh yeah, clearance level 5. That's always nice. When I hear the word livid, I think of a very angry man, red-faced, flailing arms, smoke coming out of the ears. Exactly! Kronos, that is exactly the image that I always had of, like, what that word meant. But apparently, in fact, it's not that. Hiss distorted. Hiss distorted agents are able to render themselves invisible and emit a powerful concussive blast when in close range of their target. Curiously, the hiss distorted apparently not able to utilize both abilities at once. It must make itself visible when it goes on the offensive. The hiss distorted is unique in the fact that it wields a paranatural ability previously unknown to the Bureau, perhaps tapping into a yet undiscovered object of power. How does invisibility work? Does the distorted become resonance temporarily? Does it use hiss resonance to refract light? The physical deformation of this particular hiss entity is noteworthy in its thoroughness. Clearly the human host would have died from such extreme alteration, which prompts the question, are the corrupted simply animated corpses? Also, Animated Corpse by Tilt is a rockin' song about a necromancer girl who raises, I don't think he's her boyfriend, more like kind of a pet from the dead, and it's just really, like, it's cute and creepy, but also a little bit angry. It's off of their third album, which I personally feel is their weakest album, but it's a jam. It is a jam. BlackRock has allowed the Bureau to make great strides in containment procedures since it was first discovered. This report will examine how its very structure is comprised of redacted density that nullifies all resonances within a range of redacted to redacted hertz. Bureau innovations that incorporate BlackRock will be analyzed, most notably the fire breaks, feats of engineering designed to contain any future outbreaks, attacks, or other internal threats. Hmm. That sounds interesting. The goal of this report is to encourage Bureau staff to explore further innovations using BlackRock, as work in that field has markedly slowed in recent years. Now... Oh, level 5 clearance. Good. There is another level 5 clearance store that we passed, and we've seen a number of level 5 clearance stores in the past, but I don't know if we're going to do a sweep of the whole building to figure out where the heck they are. Because that would kind of suck, honestly.
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it feels right. Like how the world should be. I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave.
I mean...
Even with all the horror, I'm happy.
I mean,
I feel sane.
I don't...
Just the right kind of insane.
I don't disagree with you, Jesse. I don't. Like, I feel that strongly. But at the same time, seems not safe. You are becoming a cop, and we don't want that. Wow, things are on fire. I did not know I could do that. Not that I'm complaining about burning things. You will very rarely find me complain about burning things, but like unless it's me. If I'm burning, then I'll probably complain about that. But still, poof. Can't lock me out. I'm the freaking director. I'll call the board. I've got a hotline. I could do that. I think. I don't know. Does the director call the board, or does the board just call the director? Very confused. Now, granted, this is basically my normal state of being, so we shouldn't be worried about the fact that I'm very confused, just that I am, as always, very, very confused. Oh, we looped back to maintenance. I remember this place, and it's like, I remember being cheesed. I was cheesed. Doop. All the control points are mine. Oh shit, I was gonna take a break, but now there's a jerk. So I'm gonna have to throw a coffee machine at this jerk, because that's what one does. Hey, jerk. Ass buddy. That's not the word that I wanted. That's not how that's said. Ass munch, of course, but ass buddy is not the phrase. Crap. At least we're killing some snipers. And that's wonderful. We want them to die, basically. So let's clear out this room, and then I can take a short break. Ask Buddy. You know, Ask Buddy sounds good. I'm willing to go with that. I could have sworn that there was like another booth somebody teleported in. Oh, hello? You are on a chair. That means that you're the worst. Quite possibly the blurst. The chair motherfuckers. I swear. They are absolute bastards. Just total bastards. Alright, that's where we came from. So... I think here? Also probably don't drop down? But maybe drop down. Maybe that's safe. I'm not sure. Alright, so let's pause here. Let me grab a really quick... Oh, definitely. Kronos, you're absolutely right. You're 100% right. Let me take a quick break here, get a little bit of water down my throat, do a little bit of stretch. If any of you need some water, soup, a sandwich, a gal named Sarah, but only if she's giving consent, stretch, starts with S, fair game, then please take this next 5 minutes to do so, but we'll be right back. All right, we are back, and sorry about the timing of the break time. There, Des. It's how it worked out. Kind of wanted to get some water down the throat, but I'm. Are you back from a meeting? I hope. No, please, no sorries. Absolutely 0% sorries. Sorries are, in this case, unnecessary. I know time zones plus working at home that, this is going to come up, and I certainly wouldn't throw any shade on you for having that come up. That would be really weird of me. It feels like it would be really weird of me. What? I feel like I got a little lost here, which is okay. I mean, that happens, but still, you know how it goes. Poof! I got all these threshold remnants, and I don't really... I know they're for upgrades, but I don't know what we can upgrade at the moment. I don't think we can upgrade anything.
Elevator's broken. Gotta
All
get
this...
down the old-fashioned way.
Jump? Jesse, that seems like a bad idea. All this pandemic and working from home, homeschooling, my motivation levels are... and tolerance have gone out the window. Des, I understand. I 100% completely understand, and that is a natural response to the kind of shit show that we are living through right now. I hope... I don't know that you are, and I don't know that it's implied by what you're saying, but I hope that you are not overly harsh on yourself, because it's hard enough as it is. I've noticed my personal level of patience and being able to put up with bullshit has basically completely gone out the window. And that's not great. I mean, on my part, because I kind of unfortunately need to be a little bit more able to deal with stuff, but it is what it is. Take forever to do things. Yeah, my capacity has been halved to do this schooling. That is so understandable, and it's so unfair because, like, I mean, the governments are thrusting parents into the situation where basically they're saying, when you boil it down, basically they're saying that they want you to take 2 jobs. And while your primary job may also be incredibly important and requiring a lot of responsibility and requiring a lot of spoons to do, your secondary job now is also incredibly important. And you have an emotional connection to that because I hope, I know this is not always the case, and I know this is the case in your case, but parents want to do best by their kids, but like that's adding a whole extra set of plates to what people need to deal with in the day. And we're like, well, we're not going to pay you to be teachers, of course. We're not going to give you real support as we would professional teachers, because you're not a teacher, you're just a parent. Any parent could do this, right? And no, that's not the case. Like, teaching is a whole thing. I recognize that there are a lot of issues with pedagogy and education in general and how education is handled and what education is supposed to mean, but education itself is a profession. Like, that's something that people... It's very rare that people can just step into an educational role and do it well. It took me about 5 years before I even started to feel vaguely like, yeah, I'm kind of doing this right. Now, granted, that was with no support and no training. But that was 5 freaking years to tell parents in general, with all the other shit that they're dealing with professionally, plus all the other shit that they're dealing with because the world is basically on fire right now. It's like, yeah, you're just gonna be a teacher also. You're just gonna teach also, and good luck with that. We're not gonna really financially support you. We're probably not gonna give any kind of professional training, even in the loosest sense, to you, but you could do this because you're parents. Like, that honestly gets me kind of hot. And not hot in, like, the really fun way, but hot in, like, you're throwing a huge number of people under the bus way, and that pisses me off. Cronus says, like, I know I hate school and all, but man, I do not envy being in charge of getting everything back in order once this complete passes. Oh God, I mean, Cronus, we're looking at likely, and I say this as optimistically as I can, and I want to be as optimistic as I can, because I think even uncalled for optimism is maybe necessary for everyone in this situation that we're dealing with. But this is going to be a multi-year, at least, project to unfuck the chicken that has been COVID. And I don't think, and this is me being optimistic, I don't think that our social structures as they are currently set up, particularly as reflected by our governmental structures, which would include education systems and things like that, I don't think they will be up to the task. Like I really think if we want, and this sucks because there is so much more that we are all dealing with, even in a pre-COVID world, that we're all dealing with in just our personal lives, that we need to take this extra effort to do. But I really do think that if we want any positive change, any positive direction, that as a unit, not necessarily as yourself, because this is very dependent on how much you can give, and I realize that's low for some people right now, personally speaking, but we are going to have to push, because the governments are not going to do it for us, I don't think, and the corpos are not, I think, clearly not going to do it for us. And it's gonna need to be a real, like, social movement, a vast social movement. And I wonder if even that kind of social movement, looking at the United States at least, because that's a lot of what I understand, a lot of what I know is U.S. based. Like, I don't even know if that's possible. I didn't mean to rant, but, like, this is something I kind of looking to the next step, and this is something I think about a lot because I desperately want a better world than the one that we are currently living through now. What else did I miss? Des says, I gifted a colleague at work with humorous self-help cards without the typical self-helpiness. He loved them. Lives are at risk outweigh it. Yes, yes. I had to drop off my mom's birthday present last night at her door and speak to her 1 to 2 meters away and then leave. I mean, that's a mood, Des. I think, look, my memory is shot. Like, my memory is completely blown. We might have talked about this a little bit on other nights, but, like, so my brother, and I love my brother. That sounded weird, like probably not conveying the emotion that it needed to, but I honestly do. He's family. My family is family, and I do care deeply for my family as best as I can with the makeup that I have. But my brother is going to be doing this mini wedding in June. At the very least, like, he and his fiancée and everybody recognizes the risk of having any kind of big gathering. So this is going to be just the intimate family folks. So parents, siblings, my brother and his fiancée, and that's it. And then next year, they're going to have, like, the wedding, you know? So we're looking at, like, maybe at most an 8-person party, right? And the more I think about this, I want to be there for him. It's been 5 years since I've seen my family, and the thought of going to the United States, even pre-COVID, is kind of terrifying, honestly, with myself being myself. But I dearly want to be with him. This is a very important thing. This is a huge milestone in his life. But the more I think about it, the more it's like this is a terrible idea. I mean, I don't know what June's going to look like. And maybe things will start to be better come June. But, like, the idea of flying, first, airports, which even a North Carolina airport is going to be like if they're taking international flights, they're going to be effing busy, and the United States does border controls like stuff is garbage, so going to be in a line with a ton of people closely packed forever. And then like do we go to a restaurant? And then there's the wait staff. That are we exposing them? Are they exposing us? I don't know. And I kind of want to say to my brother, it's like I love you, but this is a terrible idea. But also, I deeply, deeply want to see my folks, even as I am. It's like I dig it, Des. I so dig it. My sister's delayed by a year for August, yet doubt this year it will happen. There's around 200 guests. May have to do a blessing and wait another year. I mean, honestly, if it were me, and I am not, I do not want to slam my brother on this one because I understand the feeling. But if it were me, I'd do a courthouse wedding. I'd get the papers signed and be like, yo, when this is over, we'll do the thing. We'll have the big thing, but at least we can have the paperwork like done. We want to be married on this day in this year. Cause that was me and Honey Bunny. Like we had a specific date that we wanted the papers signed on. But I understand how he feels too. May I have to reword it to them and then do the big thing. I mean, honestly, I like, oh my god, we just totally jumped to our deaths. Way to go, Jesse. Way to go, Jesse. Like, I mean, it's hard because, you know, I don't want to overly romanticize weddings, but like they are. Mine was terrifying. But it was deeply important. And I can see where my brother's coming from. But like this just is it's so not good. I told my mom I value her life more than coming over for Christmas. And it is shit that you should have to say that. Like, it is honestly offensive that is a sentiment that you should have had to convey. That's not fair. That's not fair in any effing way. Now, I'm trying to think about Christmas and timelines. But no, really, like, Christmas and timelines, if we had handled this like adults, that probably, can't say 100%, but that probably wouldn't have had to been said. And again, the we here is not we within the channel, this is we as kind of an entirety. The whole of society and government and how all of this has just been utterly fucked. We have this childcare bubble that allowed, but we stayed away anyways. And that was probably the safe decision. That was a shitty decision. I mean, shitty in the sense that you needed to make that decision. And that it was the right decision is shitty. But, like, here we are. All of this, I don't know. I hope, because I am as astounding as this might sound, considering some of the things that we talk about on channel, like, I am an ultimately optimistic person. I desperately have to be an ultimately optimistic person, because otherwise, it would be bad. And I want things to be better after this. I want us to learn not just about COVID, that's kind of useless, but to learn how deeply we fucked this chicken. And how deeply messed up our society is. I don't know if we will. Now, you want to be careful, Jesse. You don't want to break an ankle there. So end up like Risk of Rain 2. And then, you know, like, that's not good. You'll die almost immediately with a broken ankle. They actually put in the physics to dent... Oh, I mean, Des, that was our first try at this was basically that. They put in the physics to dent the ducts. And on one hand, that's cool. But on the other hand, like, was that necessary? Did we need to add one more thing that would slow down the game? Chrono says, I feel bad for not playing Risk Rain 2 in a while, but on the other hand, 1,200 plus hours. That's fair, Kronos. I mean, I haven't done Risk Rain 2. Oh, Jesus. Hi. Hold on a second. Let me kill. I need to kill again, Gilligan. I haven't played Risk of Rain 2 since I had that big push. When I was trying for all the unlocks that I possibly could. Oh, is there something else still here? Like, there's fighty music, but I don't see any fighty stuff. You know, I appreciate the hustle. I'd feel pretty damn proud of myself for small details like denting in air vents. Like, I mean, here's the thing. It's in an environment where you don't have to worry about engine performance and everything is optimal. And you've got... Most people have the machines that are intended to play the game as it was intended to be made. In that case, fuck yeah. Put in all the physics. Break your walls. Dent your air ducts. Like, go to town. But I think about, like, how some of the streams where we've had so much slowdown that I started to feel a little bit sick. And I think a lot of that is particle physics. Chugging the engine. Then, like, you know, maybe you gotta kind of think of who's playing and what are they playing it on? And can the thing that you're doing be done on the thing that they're doing it on? And if you've got to throw away air duct denting for a little bit better, smoother FPS, then I think you kind of oughta. Des says lunchtime, cheese and baked beans on toast. I mean, I like toast. Chronos says there are a billion subtle details in pretty much every level I make that players will likely never see. And that's cool. Panda! My voice cracked because That my voice is just doing that, I guess, recently. But, you know, good to see you, Panda. I hope that you are very well. I hope that life is treating you kindly. I hope you are still feeling this spark and fire of at least very deep like that might move into love into your heart. Des says you're welcome for dinner. I mean, one of these days, Des, I will take you up on that. Did satay chicken on the weekend? Oh my gosh. Oh, I mean, satay is so good. Tess was negative. Do 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 do. I don't know what song I was going for there, but like, there is a big F yeah for that one, Panda. You have your date, Panda. You have your date, and I hope that it is just nice, not wonderful. Let's not. I mean, don't want to load too much expectation onto this, not because it doesn't deserve it, but because expectation can be its own little monkey wrench in the gears. But I hope you have a lovely, lovely date, and that you. Oh, you did. You spent the day with your girlfriend. Fuck yeah. That is so cool. I am very happy. Because we need sometimes happy news, which that doesn't mean that you've got to blow smoke. Anybody, that you've got to make happy news if there's not. But, like, I think we could all use a little bit of happy news. So that is pretty slick, Panda. Went to a cafe and hung out all day. That is... Okay, first off, that is very 90s, and I love you for that. Because I feel like a vast majority of the time that I spent with my girlfriend at the time, excuse me, you can't shoot me, was at cafes. Okay, we're gonna zoop everybody. Everybody's gonna get zooped. That is the new term for taking control of people, is zooping. Oh, did I not do that right? Oh, did you just kill my dude? That was exceptionally rude of you. I am taking the time to zoop these dudes, and you just go and kill them. What? I mean, what an asshole, really. What an exceptional asshole. What did I miss? Fun fact, hanging out with a friend at a cafe is one of the small-term dreams of mine. I mean, that's a mood. Kronos has a giant mood. I'm pretty sure I've never even set foot in a cafe. Milwaukee had a lot of... I mean, I don't think cafe is the right word for what Milwaukee had. Milwaukee had a lot of coffee shops of various stripe, intensity, and design. And this was kind of... This was pre and during, like, Starbucks becoming a thing. So, like, a lot of really small, independently owned coffee shops. And I spent so much time in them. Like, I feel like a significant portion of my young adulthood was basically spent in various coffee shops. Oh, is this a new control point? Oh, that's the old control point. Fuck you, I don't need you. I'm going to the Black Rock Quarry, which is completely different from the Big Rock Candy Mountain, thank you very much. That's a whole different thing. Any toys? Oh! Panda for real? If I am making the assumption correctly, which I may or may not be, but if I am, 2 pandas, lady friend, thank you so much. You have inadvertently, accidentally, brought a large deal of joy to the channel, and, you know, by connection to my life, I'm so happy that you and Panda are happy. And then I wish you the smoothest of whatever happens from here. You know, not more pressure than you need to have on you, but, you know, I hope things are smooth and good for both of you. Oh, DJ! Good afternoon, DJ. How are you doing? Afternoon, Janaktet. Like, this is not afternoon. This is freaking 9 o'clock at night, so obviously I screwed up on that one. DJ, I hope you're well. I hope that life is treating you gently. Not putting more on your plate than you can handle. What the hell were the physics right there? Oh, we kind of did, didn't we? Now that I think about it, I'd have to check the dates, but we did basically do a Thanksgiving, didn't we? Gosh, was that 2 months ago? Fuck me sideways. Although, of all the things that you could have for Thanksgiving dinner, I mean, ramen is a pretty good choice. Ramen and, like, the giant gyoza? That's, I mean, it's very Thanksgiving-like. There's meat involved. Thanksgiving has meat. It's an okay cough. I've got enough on my plate right now that the cough is not something that I'm particularly concerned about. Kronos says, did that Risk of Rain 2 trailer ruin your night? That trailer was trash. That Risk of Rain 2 trailer was utter garbage. Like, the most generic, useless from a sell this game point garbage. You were absolutely right. The early access trailer was very well done. I don't think it was as good as the Little Big Planet 2 trailer, which is still my high water mark for how trailers should be done. But it was really good. But the other one, the version 1.0 trailer, oh god, that was bad. Like, that was straight up bad. Also, why are we almost dead? We are very close to dead. Okay, let's make them kill them so I can look at chat again. Blar! What is going on with your heads? My friends. Okay, now kill your friend. Did you just throw up on your friend? You don't do that. That's not how you do that. That's terribly rude. No vomiting on friends. Unless it's something that you've got consent for. Now, what did I miss? Panda says, she says hi and thank you for the kind words, so she's very happy. Yes. You grab your happiness with both hands, and I think this dude's gonna throw up on me, so I'm not sure. But everything right now is very blah, like all over the place, you know? And if you can get some happiness, then you just take it. You've got my permission. I'm old, so basically that means my permission has some kind of relevance. I don't effing know. To be honest, I think game review quotes just kill momentum in any trailer, regardless of whether or not those ratings were deserved. Oh yeah, yeah, Kronos. That was also like an ugly choice from a like a visual design perspective. Also, the fact that like half of the quotes were ableist. I know they were like the low-key ableists where they're really not trying to shit on people that have disabilities, but at the same time, it's like once you start noticing that type of stuff, you just never not notice it. Are we? Is this the right direction? I would rather not die. Oh, let's not do that. I tried stacking boxes in that room with the quack to reach the hole and it didn't work. I think the physics are a little bit too dodgy, Des. Like everything just kind of bounces and rolls off itself, and other objects, of course. So I think even if you got them stacked up correctly, that it would probably not, like they would probably roll out from under your feet because they're not intended to be stacked that way. Wait, is this... Can we check a map? Let's check a map. That's not a helpful map. Hold on. So, if we go... Let's take the map away because it's very confusing. That's a fence. Fences do not help us. Wait, what did I miss? Cross is at well, we saw that. We saw that. Look at how many people like this game. Isn't that great? You'll like it too. Look at these reviews. I mean, that's usually a bad sign, honestly. Oh, are you shitting me? Panda, is it possible? Can you really stack those boxes up to get to the duck? Because now I feel kind of bad that I didn't rock the duck. Because the duck seems pretty rockin', honestly. If we are to be 100% perfectly honest, I like that duck. I'm not researching jack shit. Thank you very much. Mostly because jack shit has had dozens and dozens of volumes published on him. One of the most famous. I'm really looking for a way to continue this bit, and I've got nothing. I was gonna say gothic vaudevillian performers of the 1870s, and I didn't know if, like, none of that worked, so I feel bad. The bit died. The bit died. But just know that Jack Shit's name would have been spelt with an SCHITT. You know, to make the joke that just much more trenchant. There's no benefit to getting to it early as much as I wish there was. Oh, that's kind of sucky. So it's like it's time gated? Oh, okay, I mean, look, I need you to fuck off. Basically, where do you want me to go? Game. Like, okay, we've been here. Yes. That delivery was drier than beef jerky, but just know that we all forgive you. I like myself some dry humor. I appreciate it. It's what I grew up with. I mean, Bill Hicks's humor wasn't particularly dry. Carlin's humor, I feel like, was quite dry. And definitely Joel era MST3K. Joel had an incredibly dry sense of humor, especially considering the fact that he was a prop comedian. And usually the image of prop comedians was very frenetic and very goofy. Like Carrot Top. I don't recommend checking Carrot Top because Carrot Top was not in any way at any time humorous. I think people humored him because he was a prop comedian. But like, you've got your Carrot Tops, you've got your Gallaghers, and they have a certain vibe as prop comics. And Joel Hodgson very much does not have that vibe. Des says still trying because it quacked at me. I mean, it ought not quack at you, Des. That's very rude, really. You just rock up to a person and be like, yo, quack? And, I mean, I think that a person has the right to be a little bit upset about that. That's fair. Spin has... Oh, we can just spin now. Oh, no shit. Let's do it. Why do none of these communities drink... That's cute. Kronos, that's very cute. But... not precisely correct. I should probably take a break to get some water myself. Let me just see if there's anything else that we can do in the menus. What am I upgrading? I don't even know. Constructs are upgraded at 3. Yay? I guess? I don't know what the F that means, but sure. Now, if we want to use spin, we've actually got to load it up from here. So, why don't we take... I think we stick with Shatter. Because Shatter is pretty badass. We'll take spin for the secondary. And dump a mod on that. Rate of fire boost. Fuck, why not? Sure. It's got 3 lines on it. That means it's rare. Assets. Nothing important here. Missions. Nothing important here. Collectibles. Oh crap, we had collectibles. Panda, you and your lass have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for spending time with us and sharing your happiness. And your lass comes first. As much as I love you showing up here and spending time, you know, if you have a chance to be together, you take that chance first before you chill with us. You'll appreciate it later. Spin isn't bad, not very accurate. Try it out. I give that... I mean, I'm definitely going to give it a look. If someone came up to me and quacked, I'm pretty sure I'd develop a phobia. Kronos, you're not wrong. That would be unusual. In just, like, the field. Dynamic energy extraction and conversion sarcophagus container. That doesn't sound great. The NSC was designed by the order of Deputy Chief Trench shortly before he became director. The container provides a safe method of extraction of redacted excess energy output while acting as a humane way to house him. Oh. Now, do... Is this Dylan? Are we talking about Dylan and not Bob Dylan here? The coolant pumps keep the container and its redacted from overheating while the energy is being siphoned. The energy is then conducted to the converters, where it is rendered into a redacted through the use of turbine generators. The electricity produced powers the entire Bureau, making us completely self-sufficient and effectively invisible on the New York City grid. After SC-1's disappearance by some unknown manifestation of redacted's power, the occupant was restrained and a second model was built. An SC-2 possesses built-in spatial anchors that are designed to prevent any translocative effect from its occupant. I mean, I think we should all be behind translocation. Oh god, Kronos, that sounds terrible. That sounds awful. Quarry equipment order. We need additional diamond blades ASAP. Continuous rim this time to get the clean-cut research wants. This black rock shit is tough. We're going through blades like we're made of the damn things. The dimensions for these slabs of black rock they want are outrageous. For all the grief they're causing me, these fire breaks better fucking work a treat. Go ahead and double the last order. Fair enough. Linda, I saw David last night. I was working late in the quarry when he stumbled out from behind some black rock. Looked like hell. I called up the medical right away. He was half starved. He'd been missing for 2 weeks, so I guess it's not a surprise. While I was waiting for someone to come help, he kept telling me about some carvings, something about an ancient tree. I couldn't really understand him. When the medics came, they brought security. They grabbed David and hauled him off. They interrogated me for a couple of hours about what David had told me. Anyway, I know you're on the next shift, so I thought I'd leave this for you. He was your husband. You have a right to know. The way security was acting, well, I don't know if we're going to see David again. I'm so sorry, Linda. Burn this after you read it. Well, that's a treat. That's, I mean, a whole thing. Alright, I am definitely going to take a break here. I need to get some water down my throat. I am definitely coughing more than I was. This is the third night stream, so that is bound to happen a little bit. But if you need to take this time for your own little break, take a stretch, do your deep breaths, get yourself some soup, a sandwich, maybe coffee, depending on where you are. I don't know what the timing is. But take this next 5 or so minutes to do that, and I will be right back. Alright, we are back. And Chrono says, I just realized I forgot to add the soft blush on the last drawing, and now I regret everything. I mean, the last drawing that you put on Twitter? Because, Kronos, that was fucking fire. I've said this before. I'm not really good at critiquing art because I feel like I don't have the language to do it. I respond to pieces on a very emotional level, not a particularly linguistic level, which, you know, as a former teacher, kind of messes me up a little bit. I've got hiccups. Wonderful. Because I'd like to be precise in my criticisms, but I also like to be precise in my praise. But watching your art over the last couple of years, and there's been a lot of progress. And this last piece that you did was looking, to my untrained eyes at least, which kind of dampens the praise, but was looking pretty fucking good. So, blush or no blush? Yeah, I mean, I think you're doing good, Kronos. I'm glad. I've said this before, but I'm glad that you're finding this something that you want to stick with, because you're bringing some really cool stuff into the world, and that is, from the sidelines, kind of amazing to watch. Yes, Kronos is getting better, definitely. And there's no question about that. Now, I feel like we're lost here. Like, I don't know. We've got to go to the quarry. So, at least we found that point. But I feel like we get in this loop, and there's the brain fog thing, or the brain cloud thing. But I don't know how we get to the center of the quarry, which is where we need to be. So, because we've got a lot of wire fences that are kind of blocking off our way. Like, are we supposed to go up? Is that what they wanted? That seems weird, but at the same time, there is a jumping puzzle, and jumping puzzles usually are meant to be jumped on, which also is like the number of phrases that come out of my mouth doing streams is
Expected.
See, I told you, they put space in the basement. You don't, that's not, you don't do that. You don't, look at this. These stars, however distant they may be, probably take up a fuck of a lot of space. I mean, you know, not space, not the space that I was just talking about, but the other kind of space. And basements are just not that big. A spacement, maybe, Kronos, maybe, you could be right. You could be onto something. One of the problems, this is more of a design issue than like a game problem per se, but there are so many throwables in the game that it's a little bit hard to know where the fighty area is going to be, if that makes sense. Like, should I expect to fight here because there's a ton of shit I could throw? there are some areas where you can't use your abilities, so at least you know those areas are not fighty areas. But otherwise, like, how can you tell? Is it a set piece? Is this a place where there's going to be a bunch of enemies and I need to throw all the shit at them? Or is it the fact that I could throw these things, and so they're marked as throwable? Okay, but we don't want to be in the power plant. We unlocked the door, so that's good, but we don't want to be there. I guess they try to keep you on your toes. I mean, that's fair. If that is the intent, then that's a fair intent. I don't know if that's the intent, because it feels like sometimes the game's intent is all over the map. This area low-key reminds me of the Dreaming City from Destiny. We'll do you a screenshot. It's an unbelievable, amazing-looking place. I would love to see that screenshot. Kronos. Activate the explosives to do the Black Rock Prism. I would rather do the Rock Candy Mountain, but I guess that's not an option. Oh, there's a lot of you. You will be Mayain, but you're way out of time. Okay, so spin is like a submachine gun, basically. That's a good thing to know. And it makes... Oh, fuck, what? You are... Oh, you're a rock man. Oh, shit, there's a bubble. Fucking bubbles. I fucking hate bubbles. Come here. Tiny bubbles in my spa. I don't need them. Oh, fuck me. I mean, double fuck me. If the gateway ever battled by, if the objects were interactable, it would kill some of the tension, I assume. That's, Ludo, that's a very good point. I had not considered that, and that's on me. I should have given a bit of deeper thought to why they might do it like that. But, I mean, it does run us into the issue of...
Darling's key. This should get us into the quarry.
Physics everywhere? Oh shit. What? Wait. What do we... How far back did we go? How much... I feel like we lost a bunch of progress. Oh yes, of course we did. There are many enemies. Love you. Don't like that. Don't like the many enemies. Mostly because we are very much a meat bag. And being a meat bag, you know, it's a good way to die. Oh fuck. Okay, stop using spin. Spin is cool. No questions. But it lacks a certain amount of punch. Oh, crumbs. Throwy bits. Yikes! I don't know if we should have done that fight, honestly. I wonder if we should have just rushed past it. Because we're gonna go into the next area, and it's gonna be bad.
Not what I expected.
It's like those old cartoons where you see an object that's gonna be interacted with because it's not part of the background. I mean, very good point, Ludo, very good point. Speaking of old cartoons, I've been watching a bunch of clips of Fist of the North Star, and they continue to be hilarious and awesome at the same time. Fist of the North Star is a lot. I haven't seen all of it. I mean, I've probably seen... My interaction with Fist of the North Star is probably similar to yours, mostly through clips and memes. But look at all of you. You all look like assholes. Give me a throwable bit. There we go. Can I? Alright, so we've got a lot of bastards. They're not inglorious, they're just bastards. So we want to kill as much as we can from safety, which makes sense. I mean, you usually want to be safe when you're killing things. I mean, you want to be safe in your day-to-day, but also when killing things. Arkrat! Os! Andrew, how are you? I hope you're well. I saw your stream notification, and I couldn't, like... It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I hadn't slept, so... I'm sorry, though. I honestly did want to watch it. Got to sleep is not a precise term in this particular situation. I actually ended up... I don't want to be gross and CW, like, fluids, but I actually ended up having anxiety vomit. And I was kind of pissed because it was at precisely 3:33 in the morning, and that is a number of significance. And I felt like I should have gotten some kind of superpower if I had to throw up at 3:33 in the morning. And I did not get any superpower. No rainbows, no fucking goldfish, not like, hey, here's body horror death appendages for you. No, it was just like, you're gonna be sick. So, that kind of sucked. I appreciate it, Andrew. I honestly do. Like, without any joke or insincerity. It just be the way that it be sometimes. Oh, you bastard. Not you, the guy who threw a rock at me. Kronos says, I have the scary feeling that if I actually engage in the material, series will change my perspective and the scenes won't be as funny as anymore. What did I miss? Oh, Fist of the North Star. I don't know. Like, Kronos, I feel like... It's kind of weird. Like, I feel like especially if you don't have a lot of...
This should get us into the quarry.
Yes, we're gonna have to do that again. I feel like if you don't have, like, a lot of background with a particular material, it is possible to engage with it on a level that's close to the original setting, the original time period, I suppose, would be the best way to put that. But of course, that's all going to be filtered in with all the things that have been learned and that you have learned in the intervening time. And Fist of the North Star is fairly old, it's influenced a lot of things, and there's been a lot of construction, deconstruction of that. So, I mean, it might be, on that sense, it might be a little bit... You might not be able to feel it on the same level as somebody who is watching it for the first time. But I still think that there is merit to be had in engaging with media, even when there are gaps like that. Andrew says, Fist of the North Star, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is a series I know a lot about, but I've never seen an episode of. I was about to say a second of footage, but I've seen plenty from video essays and memes. Like, that's me. Andrew, that is, like, super me. There's a lot of stuff that you kind of engage with because of memery and because it's been referenced in other things, like Disgaea, the whole series. There are Fists of the North Star references everywhere. So you can't really go into it pure anymore. It's too diffuse. But I do definitely think that there is still merit there. I think there's meaning there. Luda says I don't engage in the JoJo memes anymore, so they don't influence my enjoyment too much. That's good, because sometimes it feels like the JoJo memes are basically inescapable. And Alice, it is wonderful to see you. I hope you are very well tonight. I hope your health is treating you very kindly. Did we? Oh, good. We got a shortcut. Oh, wait. We had a reedy thing. I don't want to do a reedy thing, but we're gonna have to. No smoking reminder. Honestly, we should always have a reminder that we shouldn't be smoking, and I say that as a chain smoker. But, like, please, if you're not a smoker, please don't. Please. I'm not even telling you shouldn't. I'm not telling you can't. I don't want to do, like, a 80s era PSA about, like, don't do drugs, because those never, ever, ever fucking worked. But from my perspective, as somebody who has been a heavy smoker for over half of her life, don't. Like, just, it's not worth it. I admit, and I need to be honest, I think that these kind of warnings should be honest. I admit it looks fucking cool. I do. Like, 90s girls who smoke, they were fucking fire. I can't lie about that. But it's not, like, it's not worth the long tail cost. You may not be thinking about the long tail cost. I certainly wasn't at the time, but, like, it isn't. So please. Claire! Oh, it's Claire! How you doing? I hope that you are doing very, very well. I hope that your kids have gotten back to the cuddling stage, because the cuddling stage is kind of important. Ludo says, I like the term cultural osmosis for that phenomenon of learning about media indirectly through pop culture. That's a excellent term for it, Ludo. That is a 100% excellent term for it. Alice says, I'm doing good currently. Having some soap before my food arrives. I Okay. I will trust that that is a good thing for you. I, I, I don't know if it's a gap in language, and I don't want to, like, make you feel bad about it, because you shouldn't. But I've never heard the idiom having soap, so I'm not sure exactly what the soap is in this particular circumstance. But soup. Oh my. Okay. No, that's perfectly 100% okay, because autocorrect is a fucking bastard. It is. And sometimes you mean to say soup and you end up getting soap. And people get confused. That's not your fault. I feel much better about that, though. Arcade says this game always makes me think of coffee, or maybe it's my coffee addiction. Either way, be right back. Andrew, whenever you come back, I don't know if you'll hear this, if you're still, like, in the chat. I gotta tell, if Andrew's not here, remind me to tell him when he comes back that his beard is like fucking lit. This is a funny thing. I don't growing up and kind of figuring out my stuff, and that was a very long process and whatever. But there wasn't a lot of guy-specific stuff that I clicked with. I clicked with things that were guy-specific, but usually because women were wearing it, basically. Like, it read as feminine to me because the people that I looked up to were feminine, even though that the clothing itself was masculine. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but that was kind of where my head was. But the one thing, like it shouldn't necessarily be a guy thing, because, like, there are trans women who have beards, for example. But the one thing that, like, registered specifically in my mind as a guy thing that I actually liked was, like, a really nice beard. Like, beards can look really good. My beard, it did not. I need to be honest about that, it didn't. Andrew's beard is like a whole, like, it's a, I wouldn't consider, just because of my own interests and things, I would never ever consider poaching Andrew from kittens. And not even as a joke, I wouldn't. But damn, Andrew's beard looks good. Like, it's a good beard. Now, to get back to the game and to stop talking about stuff, all Bureau personnel are reminded kindly not smoke in the quarry. Even though the quarry area is technically an outdoor space, it's still part of the Bureau. Therefore, the no smoking rule does apply. Not only is it considerate to your fellow employees to refrain from inflicting the harm of secondhand smoke, it's also prudent to avoid any risk of hiccups, gas fires, unforeseen threshold reactions, and possible creation of altered receptacles. Under no circumstances should cigarette butts be left in the quarry. Thank you for your understanding. The Federal Bureau of Control. Good job, FBC. Now, where are the dudes we need to kill? Because that's really the key here, is making everyone dead again. Now, there's explosives there we need to do. So that's a start. We know these early guys are going to be kind of a joke. So we'll start that off. It's when the throwy bastards show up. That's the issue. Alright, we got shieldy bastards, and they suck. So we want to kind of... Like, I think we want to play this one safe. Now, I'm not... I may not be looking at chat too much for the next couple of moments. We struggled with this fight previously. So I feel like it might require a little bit more focus. Now, it's interesting that they're, like... Enemies are definitely discreetly triggered. That these... We might... Fuck. Okay, maybe not. I thought that we might be safe from the Rock Lords because they didn't seem to be coming after us, but... If we get rid of the bubble I think is part of our key. I don't know, Andrew. Did you hear us praising your beard? Because we spent, like, a non-significant amount of time talking about how fire your beard is. So, if you caught that, you didn't miss anything. But also I might be a little bit embarrassed. So, you know, like, it's a... Wait, there's yelly things. Things are yelling at me, and I would like them to... Whoa, fuck! Oh, you absolute bastard. How did you get up here? You're not... Nothing is supposed to be able to get up here. I'm supposed to be safe here? Like a MF and sniper? That's spelled with an F? Are there more? I mean, I hear them yelling. Oh, shit! Oh, you... From whence? From whence did you come? Control. I know, right? It's like, okay, things are way down there. They can't get to us. Now things can get to us, but we can't see them? I mean, yeah, but...
This should get us into the quarry.
Don't start with the quarry. Jesse, I love you, but, like, I need you to not start with the quarry. We're gonna just do this? I really don't appreciate, by the way, that new enemies pop up in the in-between. Because that seems to me slightly unfair. Just, you know, slightly. And by slightly, I mean, I think that's shite. Fuck. Where was that shortcut door? Shortcut door... Because I don't want to fight any of these fuckers. Because I need all the health I can get. Which is why, of course, you know. Shortcut door? Where are you? Look, jackass. Please, but don't. Was it actually over the platforms? Maybe. No, this was not shortcut door, but whatever. We made it.
What I expected.
Fuck, I broke my ankle. Good. 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 I love it. Alright, I guess we're doing the direct approach this time. And it will work out very well. Des was right, this gun has got no accuracy. Which, on one hand, I kind of love, but on the other hand, it's not great. Is what I'm saying? There are lots of exploding boxes, and I don't... I mean, I obviously know what they're supposed to be used for, but the exploding boxes are also puzzle keys. So, I'm not sure if I should save them. Okay, let's suck this guy up. You are my friend now. Kill everybody. Oh fuck. No, you also need to be my friend. Oh, I killed you. I'm sorry. We were supposed to be friends, but like it didn't work out. Frenetic. Now, we gotta kill the bubble. The tiny bubble in my spa needs to be fucking dead. So, nope, not you guys. I mean, you need to be dead as well, but later. The bubble goes first. Oh, shit. You're throwing exploding boxes at me, too. I am very disappointed in your activities. I think they are rude. I think your parents did not teach you well. That is not how you treat people. Okay, Bubble, please die. It's not asking a lot. I mean, it's honestly not. Oh shit, they're flanking me? How do you flank? You're game enemies. Game enemies don't have strategic skills. Flank ass motherfuckers. Oh shit! Well, F me, I guess. At least they give you cover. But the amount of damage that you take is pretty significant, honestly. So cover doesn't really mean a lot. Fudge! Oh, more things, and these are the runny things. These are the things that run at us, and they killed us last time. So that's a problem. I need my blue dots. Which sounds like I want ecstasy, which I honestly totally do. But is illegal, so that's not gonna happen. But the blue dots would be really good right now. Alright, where are evil things coming from? The screamers, they mean evil. In actual, like, evilness. There you are. Alright, where's the other screamer? There's at least one more. Because that's how we died last time. Blah! Fucking yelling at me. What did I do to you? Honestly. Did I fuck your dead grandma while pouring sugar down your gas tank? No, I think not. Because we have had detailed discussions about why skull fucking doesn't work. So please, honestly, fuck off. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you absolute shit. Oh, Okay, I am calm. I am calm. It doesn't bother me. doesn't bother me. You make me go to a set piece battle with spawning asshole enemies, but you make me fight other spawning asshole enemies in front of the set whole battle.
This should get us into the
Doesn't
quarry.
bother me. I am calm. I am not Buddha-like because I'm fucking white, and honestly, like that, it's always a little bit creepy when white folks are like all, you know, be like Buddha. Wait, did our... This is new. Like, everything says we're live, but I had a big black screen that said there was a network error, which usually indicates that we lost, like, a connection. So, thanks, Twitch. Thanks for scaring the shit out of me. I am still good, and that matters a lot, actually. In any number of different ways. Please don't shoot me. I would like it if you did not do that. Who knows? Maybe it's a thing where, like, the
Not what I expected.
the PS4 is devoting bandwidth, but I don't know. Like, I know nothing about technology, so I just make this shit up as I go along. Back but working. Des, if you need to put more attention on your work than you do on the stream, please by all means do. Don't worry about it at all. Life comes first, as always, unfortunately. Because life... Oh, you've got granados. You could be my friend. Be my friend. Thank you. Kill that dude. Friends kill dudes for friends. You know, they say a friend will help you move, but a real friend will help you move a body, and a real friend will help you put a body in the fucking ground. I don't make the rules, honestly. It's just the way that it works. Oh, what if... Hello? Hello, hello, hello. What if we just skipped this fight and just did the thing that they asked us to do, while of course avoiding all the enemies, but still, I wonder if this is a viable option? I knew those exploding boxes were for something besides exploding people, or dead people, honestly, and they don't care, they're dead. The dead don't fucking care. The dead are just dead. It's a painful but simple truth. Hey, I saw a jerk bag over here. I would like him to not be a jerk bag anymore. Nice! That was like straight off the hip. Join me! Join my happy cult. Oh, everything exploded. Which means we are technically good? Fuck, but we've got the bubble. And the bubble is shit. So, let's not, because this whole wave sucks. I apologize if I don't look at chat right now. I'm kind of trying to figure out where that place that we blew up was. Ah, there we are. Good, good, good. Take it! Take the fucking rock!
HRAs, the prisms, they mean something to you.
But it didn't lead us
We need
anywhere,
to get this prism functional
lady.
before it's too late.
Okay.
HRAs?
Oh God, there's
Then
a big. It's the evil glowy thing that eats everything, and I hate it. Shit! Fuck! Run! Run! Fuck! Thank you. Whew. But there's more fighting here, and oh God, there's another one of those brain fog things. Why? Why are they everywhere? Why are they fucking everywhere? Honestly though. Honestly? Do we need them? No. Nobody asked for this. Oh. Me. Wow. Oh, Kronos, good call. Good call. The hiss is using Happiest Mask. That makes a lot more sense. One thing I'm happy about that I didn't necessarily realize, because I do think that I kind of get railroaded personally, mentally. Like, you see a set piece battle, you think you've got to do that set piece battle, like that you've got to clear everybody out before you do the thing that you're supposed to be doing. I like the fact that we could just mostly ignore the harder waves and just do our thing. Like, that was kind of cool. It also made it a little bit more tense than I was expecting, but you know, that's cool as well. Now, I am going to take a short break. I definitely feel a bit of wheeze in my throat. So, right, I'm going to get some water. If you all need some water, a stretch, a soup, a sandwich, a salamander? Because salamanders are cool. Honestly, like, when you get down to it, salamanders are pretty fucking cool. But take this next 5 to 6 minutes to do that, and to kind of, if you need to decompress, this is a good decompression time. And I will be back in 5-ish. 5-ish. We are back, and I'm very sorry for the slightly longer than usual uh, break, but there was bio that needed breaking. We'll leave it at that because, there's no reason to be gross, but, sometimes it just happens. Oh crap, they're still there. Let's go to executive. Let's run away. Can they not come out? I hope they can't come out because that seems like not great. No. Okay, his snipers is not finished. We could do spin maneuvers, so why not? We'll just do that. And I think we can't do charge maneuvers, unfortunately. Executive incursion always... it's whatever. And Pierce... Do we have Pierce? Pierce is the... Pierce is the charge shot, kind of. So I don't really feel like that. I'm not feeling it. Quarry entrance, executive. Go to executive, run away very quickly. Yosh. I feel like at the very least we're making a fair bit of consistent progress outside of the chaos stream, which was, it was the chaos stream. I mean, there's not really... What are you going to do? Honestly, what are you going to do? It's a chaos stream. But I don't feel like we've gotten like seriously bogged down in any section since that point. Certainly nothing to that extent. That was honestly absurd. That whole bit was just like, I don't, what do you even say about that? Marshall.
Pope wants us to compile all of Darling's data.
She wants us to...
Excuse me.
He'll crucify us if he finds out. Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data breach?
She must think he's hiding something. And I agree. The HRAs were doing Darling
Had to take a detour to the quarry.
Excuse me.
I found plenty. Here.
You found a rock, Jesse. You found
HRA production immediately.
exactly one rock.
I promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
This is it.
Is it? Is it though?
17 years I've waited.
Your brother is here. He was once known as Prime Candidate 6,
Oh.
codename P6.
There we
We
go.
brought him here after the ordinary event. He was groomed to be the future director. He had talents far beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond.
Okay. So...
Are you with him now?
So you kidnapped him.
We took him in. Your parents vanished along with every other adult in Ordinary. Eventually, his power changed him. There were casualties. He wasn't fit to be the director.
Did you know about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away?
Where is Dylan?
He's kept in the containment sector, in the Panopticon.
My brother. I thought we were the same. What if we are?
I'm going. Now.
I expected as much. I need to go check on something. Something I cannot let the Hiss find. It shouldn't take long, but you must watch the Bureau while I'm gone. And remember, Dylan is dangerous. Do not let him out, Director Faden.
How do I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them. Nothing simple here.
I thought you were so
These people
happy
took
here.
My brother, but they've accepted me without question. Are they my enemies, or My friends.
They could be your frenemies.
I need to see Dylan. I need to know. I wish you could tell me what you know, explain things. Just
sorry, being
stay
quiet
with me, okay? I could use a friend right now.
Is this Dylan? He looks so bland and very white.
Situation report. All sectors.
What I miss? What did that rock? Oh, welcome back. Very good timing.
Research is overrun with a small team.
We had a short break, so like it meshed up very well.
It's gone dark. No one's heard anything from them since the attack.
Chrono says, what if that rock is a family heirloom that ushered 1,000 years of darkness? I feel like that's a reference that I should get, and yet I am completely not getting it.
We've located numerous safe rooms with survivors inside. We're waiting on HRAs before we open. Once we can safely bring them out.
That's not your fault, by the way, Kronos. That's completely on me. We've got 4 points. We go for health, energy, fist, or launch. Or we could start up on the seize tree. And actually, you know what? I do think I want to do that. I love it. I love that like Neko Navy has become our official, unofficial like battle flag. It amuses me greatly. The Neko Council will spare me for another day. I mean, we need you to be spared, Kronos. We need you to be spared. We want you safe on your feet, sucking air. The air sucking is pretty important.
Think about it. The precision that would require is unthinkable.
Where do I have to go? I have forgotten already. Central Executive. Wait, but I'm here. So where do I need to be?
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security.
Oh.
I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April. Case number 21HQ593.
Oh, I did see that, but I figured that she was already gone.
We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector.
Oh, new toy.
Have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location security and proximity to a high traffic area will prevent misuse while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details.
Alright, so where's our new toy? I would like this jukebox now. Does the jukebox let us teleport? It feels like it feels like a teleporty thing. Well, fudge. We don't have any more red dots anymore. Oh, we gotta go to containment. But we don't know where Wait, what? Is red just where we are? What do you want from me? What is your fucking mission here?
Delusional.
You're a jerk, but I can't punch you because I don't know. I guess you're just a jerk. Fudge. I actually don't know, like, where they want us to go.
I think it makes sense. The pattern shifts.
What if we check missions? That should help. Oh, we've got collectibles too, so we should check those. Quarry incident. During my weekly safety inspection of the quarry threshold, I discovered the entire crew in a state of redacted. The whole team was redacted, aligned and staring in a uniform direction. The city in the distance. Despite my most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained redacted for more than redacted minutes, until I had to resort to literally redacted. Afterwards, they were dazed and could not provide any rationale for their behavior or any specific memories of engaging in it. My official recommendation for any crew working in the threshold area is to either shorten the length of their shifts or to carry out mandatory psychological evaluations on a weekly basis, or preferably both. And maybe we should order another expedition to the city, which sounds like a bad idea. Like, I mean, that doesn't sound good. Hotline. There's a new hotline? From whence? Constructed and crafted into mods or forms. We advocate facilitate this at control points and menus. This will only be available exclusive for the director. What, that's it? That's the thing you wanted me to see? That we hadn't watched before? Really? And we listened to that, so we don't need to listen to that again. Missions. My brother's keeper find Dylan. Jesse goes to containment center to find the Panopticon, where Dylan is held. Well, where is the containment? Communications, mailroom, dead letters, cafeteria, directors, central, boardroom, and executive. Are there any places that we've got question marks on? I mean, there's BlackRock, but I don't think they would want us to go there, would they? There's a place next to the coolant pumps, but that doesn't seem like it's big enough. There's a lot of stuff in research. Maybe research is where we need to be. Let's go to Ritual Division and see if that is where we want. They are definitely dipping into the cosmic core. Like, there's that feels like a strong red thread that's running through the game. Also, Kronos, I wanted to mention I saw those pictures that you put up, and they are in fact very, very pretty pictures. I never played the Destiny, so I really don't know, but alright, so where might containment Panopticon be? Let's check out some signs. Synchronicity. Gotcha. That's not it. Dead bodies, many, but you know, that's okay. There are any problems with that. If we turn around, we should at least get to that question mark zone, and maybe that'll be where we want. This is Luck and Probs. Eh? Wait, shut the mother. How did we completely go in the wrong direction? Oh wow. That is very impressive, Kronos. off then! I am not interested in your... This is not containment, but maybe it's useful. Somehow. Maybe at least there's toys? We might want to think about doing a wind down as well, because we are getting to the 3-hour point. But let's what, really? You came in here? You came in here? Asshole. You deserve what you get. Are there any more of you? Would you like to fucking play with me? I will play with you. Oh, there you are. I couldn't see you because of the chaff. So where was that, like, there was a room that was accessible. Here we are. Mirror room. Which we can't access. Lovely. Fudge. Oh shit, we can get in here? I didn't know we could get into these places. I thought the glass was shielded. Eh? Kind of shielded? Fuck do I know? I don't know. I don't know nothing. Let's get to a control point. Or possibly die. We could also die. I mean, that would be acceptable. We will likely die. The fucking bubble. I swear. Fine. Well, that's okay. Death is okay. We got up to just about the 3-hour point, and I think that probably by the time that we do the wind down, it'll probably be over the 3-hour point. So this is maybe a good place to stop. Hello. It's a very nice stream today, actually. Very smooth, very chill. We had a couple of points of spiking tension, a little bit of frustration, but not honestly that much. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you so much for dropping by. I always appreciate it. I feel like we made decent progress. I don't know how deep we are in the game. I don't know how close we are to wrapping things up. Usually these games tend to take around like 13 sessions, so just going by that, I would say we're maybe halfway through, but it feels like we're deeper than that. Thank you so much, Claire. Thank you, everyone. Honestly, absolutely honestly. I say this a lot because honestly, and I said honestly in like 3 times in 2 sentences, but it deserves saying. You're good people. You're absolutely good people. I don't know if you will ever 100% realize what you've done for me. That should not imply any obligation for you to be here if your life doesn't allow for it. You know, your meat space life comes before our streaming schedule, but I do. Every day I do appreciate the time that I get to spend with y'all. It means an awful lot. I love y'all, and please just keep yourself safe. Keep yourselves as healthy as you can. the world is still weird, but not really weird in the good way. It's kind of weird in the shitty way still. We're gonna have to push against that, but, you know, that's a long-term goal. Right now, just keep yourselves on your feet and suck in air. But that pretty much does it for us this go about. So for me, Risco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you so much, Andrew. Wherever you may happen to be, thank you, thank you. Arigato, arigato, sayonara. See you and ciao.